These limestone cliffs drop into turquoise water. This is the Musandam Peninsula, the wall of a maritime corridor that dictates global energy prices. The Indian plate drifted north, slamming into Eurasia. This collision cracked the Arabian plate, tearing a 21-mile gap. Later, rising sea levels flooded this tectonic scar, creating the narrow waterway we know today. The most critical economic vulnerability in the modern world is this ancient geological accident. Every day, 20 million barrels of crude oil squeeze through this corridor. That represents a quarter of all global seaborne oil trade, moving alongside roughly 20% of the world's liquefied natural gas. On February 28, 2026, coordinated military strikes by the United States and Israel killed Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei. In response, Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps issued warnings prohibiting all vessel passage. Shipping traffic plummeted by 95% within days. Over 130 container ships were immediately trapped inside the Persian Gulf, unable to find a safe exit. By severing this single geographic jugular vein, a regional conflict has successfully put the modern global economy on pause. The 21-mile width is misleading. Transit is restricted to two 2-mile-wide shipping lanes, separated by a buffer zone. Ultra-large crude carriers operate with no room for error. Taking several kilometers to change course, these tankers have limited ability to evade threats. On the open ocean, massive scale is an economic asset. Inside a geographic chokepoint, it becomes a fatal vulnerability. Iran holds sovereign control over the northern coastline and strategically positioned islands like Keshm and Abu Musa. From these vantage points, the military can monitor and target every movement in the shipping lanes. The IRGC relies on asymmetric warfare, using swarms of agile fast boats designed to overwhelm the defenses of much larger, slower vessels. This threat is compounded by shore-based cruise missiles and low-cost naval lines. Even a few mines deployed in the 2-mile shipping lanes are enough to paralyze traffic until the waters are declared safe. By leveraging localized geography and agile weaponry, Iran is able to neutralize the advantages of conventional naval superiority. To reopen the strait, the United States deployed Carrier Strike Group 78, 2,500 Marines, and a rotation of B-52 bombers. Arleigh Burke-class destroyers provide the primary defense for this entire naval fleet. Equipped with up to 96 missile launch cells, they are tasked with creating an air defense umbrella to intercept incoming threats. However, operating within a 2-mile lane near a hostile coast reduces reaction times to mere seconds. Shore-based missiles and drones can reach their targets before the fleet's defensive systems can fully cycle. Military power cannot rewrite physical geography. The most powerful navy on Earth is effectively trapped in a knife fight inside a phone booth. Beyond the military standoff, the commercial system has collapsed. Major shipping lines have suspended operations, and maritime insurers have withdrawn war risk coverage, making the route non-navigable for standard trade. 1/3 of the global seaborne fertilizer trade is currently trapped behind the blockade. These agricultural inputs are essential for global food stability, and their absence threatens the food supply of developing countries that rely on imports. The International Energy Agency describes this disruption as the most significant supply shock in the history of the oil market. With the United States setting a deadline for Iran to reopen the passage, the global economy sits on the absolute brink of total infrastructural war. A multi-trillion-dollar global economy has been brought to its knees because it remains dependent on this fragile 21-mile crack in the earth. In the 21st century, ultimate geopolitical power belongs to the state positioned at the world's narrowest points.